All right, folks. Welcome back to the Dark Hour Podcast. Hold up.
It's not the Dark Hour Podcast anymore. Unfortunately, we're going to have to change the title of the name for our podcast because apparently there are other podcasts out there with the same name.
Yup.
So,
I got all about that.
we're going to have to figure out a new name, guys. I've been thinking Dark Dimension Hour or some other name like that, but close to it. Close to what we already have.
Something similar.
We don't want to change it too much, but we have to. We got to separate ourselves,
yeah,
right?
We can't have other people with the dark hour because they might get mad, and then we don't want to clash.
We don't get sued.
We don't want to get disc records out. I might have to start battling other podcasts. Nah, but we definitely gonna change it up. But it's still gonna be the same style format podcast that we've done these past two times. So
yeah,
this is the third episode. Welcome back, y'all. Sorry for the little lateness, but COVID-19 fucking everything up. You already know this. But here we are. In a motherfucking undisclosed bunker somewhere out here in Death Valley, a.k.a. Riverside, a.k.a. Hell on Earth.
Hot as hell today, man. It's hotter than the devil's dick. It's like 102 today, right?
Too damn hot. Hell yeah.
I left Los Angeles, man. It was like 88, and I thought it was hot as hell. And then I get out here. It's nothing in comparison.
You don't know what hot is until you get to Riverside.
Seriously,
then you know it's
man.
like, we might as well be a desert.
I was like, what the fuck am I doing out here? It's fucking hot as shit. I picked the
Yeah.
wrong day to record this shit.
Yeah, that's what I was like, man, maybe you should come tomorrow or next week. But next week, I looked, it's going to be just as hot.
Just the same,
like
yeah.
90 degrees and
yeah,
shit.
it's around this time that it starts getting really hot.
Yeah, August is killer anywhere, pretty much.
And then September is pretty much the same, so.
Yeah, probably won't cool down to what, like October?
Yeah, this is summer. This is what summer feels like.
Yeah, out here in California. The weather, it varies, man, but it gets hot as fuck over here in Riverside for sure. You can always count on that.
In the cold, it gets cold as fuck too, huh?
Yeah, it gets cold. It gets pretty cold. We get like those big ass gusts of wind, Santa Ana winds.
Oh, okay.
That shit sounds like a hurricane and shit. Dude. I'm like, I get like flashbacks and shit of me going to Katrina. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? PTSD.
You wake up in your
shit,
bed
like,
sweating.
Cold sweat and shit like, huh? Nah, but it is crazy. It's scary though, man, when they start. Because then the fires too, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's one right now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's one right now. But luckily, there's no winds.
So it's not picking it, not spreading it.
Yeah, thank God, for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
But
hopefully it doesn't get worse.
Nah, fuck that.
All right, man. Well, let's get into it. Last time I know that you wanted to. I remember last time you said you wanted to talk about a movie. I think Candyman.
Candyman. Oh, my bad. I don't want to say it 5 times, but yeah. Let's talk about the man of the candy, the B-man.
I've seen the previews to it. It looks really good.
Yeah, the trailers look insanely good. The cinematography, dope as fuck.
It's not. Is it directed by Jordan Peele?
It's not gonna be Jordan Peele, but it's produced by him. But he has a female director on it. You know what I'm saying? I think she has like one other movie under
her belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think he said he was scared to do it, man, because he didn't want to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Because he has so much respect for the original. And this is, I believe, is going to be a direct sequel. There's theories out there going on that the main character might be the little black baby from the first one that Candyman kidnapped.
Oh, what?
Because the mom's in it, you know what I mean? The mom that was in the original Candyman is in this one. And she actually talks to him at one point in the trailer. So, yeah, spoiler alert. If the theory is correct, I don't know if it is or not, you know what I mean? But I think it is, because he says he has a connection to Cabrini Greens, which is the projects in which the Candyman movie takes place, which is actual housing projects in Chi-Town, Chicago, that they tore down. Again, they tore them down, and basically, it just has a really bad history. And so in the new one, they're going back to it, and so the main character seems to have a connection, to that whole location.
So it's not a reboot. No, the first one.
It's kind of a reboot, but it's still a sequel. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
So that means
that kind of thing.
Do I have to watch the first one? Not with the original?
I mean, I feel like you should, but I think it's good. They're probably going to make it in a way where they explain what happened in the first one.
Okay.
And then, you know what I mean, for new viewers to get into it.
So it's like a continuation then, huh?
Yeah, it's still going to be a continuation.
I've seen the first one, but it's been such a long time. I honestly can't remember what happens in it.
Yeah.
I got to watch it again.
You should. And it's the original one was written by Clive Barker, who also did Hellraiser movies and the books, because it's really based on books. Mm-hmm. And so he wrote this one. And you can tell it has that Clive Barker feel. Like the music is still like, it's like Hellraiser. That's what it reminds me of in terms of music and the themes and shit that goes on in it. So it's pretty cool.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Like it's been on Netflix for a minute too. So
nice.
For the listeners out there, too, if y'all want to check that shit out, it's a hood classic. Hood horror classic. Definitely should be checking that shit out. Definitely recommend it.
I'm gonna check it out. Since we're on talking about Netflix, there's another one that I just checked out last week.
What's that?
It's called The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Ooh,
it's a really good movie. I was on IG, and somebody had a post of good horror movies of 2010, and this one came up.
Wow!
And I was like,
2010.
Let me check it out. And I did do it. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, you got to check it out. I don't want to give away too much, but I feel like if I tell the story about it, it's gonna give a little bit too much.
What kind of horror is it though? Is it like psychological horror?
No, it's like demonic type of horror.
Oh, my favorite. Yeah, I fucks with that.
Yeah. It takes place inside of a morgue.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then this body gets wheeled in, and there's something wrong with the body. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
And then just all kinds of crazy demonic shit goes on, and it's really good. I think it's worth a watch, and it's on Netflix, guys.
You have my curiosity, my friend.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Check it out. Sounds awesome. So, what else? What'd you think about this is something I wanted to mention last time we talked, because we were talking about horror movies and Stephen King and all that.
Yeah.
The disappointment that is It Chapter 2. I just felt like the only thing I wanted to say about that is, man, the movie shouldn't have followed so much the book, and because it made the same mistakes that the old movie did with the adult parts. You know what I mean? Like it does, and the book, like it does. I feel like if you're gonna do an adaptation, you could do it, but you don't have to follow the source material so closely that you follow its flaws. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it's a flaw in the book and the movie, older movie, then you could that's your chance to improve upon the material. You feel me? And so I feel like, and that could have been an issue with it, but also I think they kind of rushed production because they made that shit like right after the first one.
Yeah,
so the director.
Yeah. I didn't like the CGI.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like it looked rushed, didn't it? Like it did. It looked like they could have spent some more time on it.
Man, you could tell like there was CGI done to. Yeah, I was like there's something wrong with this kid's face.
Oh yeah, the kids with the age and
then I read about it and I was like, oh, that's what it was. It was a CGI.
Yeah,
they should have filmed it from back to back.
Yeah, if
they were the same thing with the Stranger Things, with the show Stranger Things on Netflix. They should have done the same thing with those kids, but they didn't. At least we got to see Stephen King though.
Oh yeah, the little cameo.
Yeah.
He kind of pokes fun of himself with the third acts of all his stories, how they end and shit, which is kind of true. I mean, it depends on how you feel about the books or whatever, but
yeah,
it is kind of true. Especially like it with the spider form. I've always kind of had an issue with that. You know what I mean?
It looks cool though. That would be a sick drawing, bro.
I think they could have done it better though. Like there was a way that they could have done creepier than what they did in the movie, but it's still better than the original though. Like the original was horrible.
At least that
shit was so low budget. Like I remember even as a kid, I was like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?"
You think they'll do a part 3?
They've been talking about it, man. Like it's rumored. I mean, it's a cash cow though, man. They made a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's probably like the new Freddy Krueger type movies where they're just gonna milk it.
Yeah, even if
probably make part 3, part 4, part 5. I mean, it can go on for a long time.
6.
Or even a prequel would be cool.
I think that's what they were kind of saying. Maybe, yeah.
I do like prequels.
Yeah.
I like the idea of starting from the beginning.
Yeah, it depends on some prequels suck though. Like I didn't like
Aliens.
With Aliens. They did some shit. They did Alien Covenant. I liked certain scenes out of it, but I didn't like the direction it went in with with the making of the aliens and all that shit. Like I felt like it went into some shit that it shouldn't have. You know what I mean? It just wasn't even scary, really. There was only like one scene really that was really scary, and then it just kind of turns into an action movie after that.
What's another one? I think
I had it on
Annabelle. They had a prequel to that too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I didn't see it. I heard it was bad, but I heard the sequel to it was good though, or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, it had its moments.
Yeah, Ouija too. Like it was weird. Like the first Ouija, they said it sucked, but then the second one was better.
I can't remember that one.
I didn't see it, but I just like from what reviews and shit. Like I remember seeing that. But in real life, I don't fuck with Ouija boards. Like I don't know if this shit's real or not, but it's like one of those things I don't even want to risk that shit. Like no motherfucking demon in my.
You always hear stories about people fucking with the Ouija and then something bad happens, right? Or
possession.
Some type of possession. Yeah.
The original Exorcist was about that. You know what I mean? That's probably why. because I'm scared of that shit, you know. But
speaking of the original Exorcist, I'm gonna buy the Exorcist book, the hardcover, William Peter Blatty's the 40th anniversary.
Yes,
I'm gonna get that one.
Yes,
I'm thinking I'm gonna buy it with the new release of The Living Dead.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys heard about this, The Living Dead. It's a new book that George Romero, may he rest in peace, did not get to finish, but he was working on this book.
He came back from the dead and wrote that shit. Undead George Romero, dog.
It's a thick-ass novel, too.
Damn.
So it's a lot of pages. But I'm definitely going to get it. I've seen a lot of people already bought it. I'm not sure how they got it, but I guess pre-ordered. But, yeah, it comes out, for everybody who wants to know, it comes out August 4th, which is, I think, Tuesday. It's being written by Daniel Cross. He completes the book that George A. Romero had left off right before his death. Yeah, Daniel Cross. So if anybody's looking to get a new book, a zombie book, you definitely want to pick up this issue. Released August 4th. It's called The Living Dead. New novel by Daniel Cross. He picks up the story right where George Romero left it off, so I think he's going to do him some justice. I can't wait to get it.
I mean, you know, George Romero, he's the godfather of the zombie shit.
The Living Dead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're going to make a movie out of it, too.
They should. I mean, they should let me direct it, to be honest. Nah. But,
Yeah, how many movies you got under your belt?
Oh, man, you know, never mind. Let's not talk about that, but, you know, we got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and this is probably the best place to start.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I think that was his first movie, too, so, you know, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. But, yeah, it's going to be cool. And I forgot how much. There was like a low budget when George Romero did it for his first movie, the black and white one.
Yeah.
But I just can't remember how much it was. But I know it was low as hell.
Yeah, it was low budget and some shady deals went on. He lost copyrights, all kind of shit went on with that movie, man. That's his own thing. Yeah, that's why the music. That's why I use music, because that's just like royalty free shit. Because something weird went with the copyright. They had all kind of legal issues, so it's been free. Like the original, they didn't make money off of it.
They didn't?
Movie. Nah, they didn't.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's why they made the remake. Remember the remake from the 1990?
Yeah,
they made that. So
I like that one.
They could. I think honestly, I think low key that's the first zombie movie I probably seen was the remake, and from a vague childhood memory of mine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I remember it.
I think,
like, you know what I mean.
I think that one had Savini in it.
Tom Savini was in it. I think he directed, or he played a big part in that movie. You know what I mean? Like, as far as getting made, I think he directed it though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
that dude is badass. He makes some fucking awesome ass
effects.
Yeah, and
it's crazy,
mask and all that shit. He has a class too, doesn't he? I think he has his own class. Yeah,
I seen the video. There's a video on YouTube, people, and they go inside. Like he takes you to the school, which is amazing in itself, and then he invites the dudes that's filming. And he's like, "You want to see my house?" They go to his house. His house is like a fucking museum.
I've seen his house. Like, it's got masks everywhere.
Dude,
it's sick.
Like masks from every fucking movie, all kind of shit, dude. You're like, it's like going into a fucking Kid in the Candy Shop. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, wow, man.
He's got everything from the Creep Show to the zombies, everything. It's pretty cool.
Amazing. Y'all should definitely check that shit out. It's worth it. It's on YouTube. Forgot the name, but just type Tom Savini. I think he has there's a documentary. I haven't checked it out yet, but it's on Shudder.
It's on Shudder?
Yeah, I seen it. I was going through it last night. I was like, oh shit. So I'm definitely going to check that shit out soon and let you know what I think, man.
You have Shudder, right? You got the streaming service,
yes,
Shudder?
Yes.
You think it's worth it?
It's starting to feel that way, yeah, because they're
putting more shit into it, right?
Documentaries and stuff like that. I'm always interested in horror related stuff like that. I watched Hellraiser 2 last night, matter of fact, on that shit, dude.
Hellraiser 2?
Yeah, which is I forgot how fucking insane that movie is, man. Fucking crazy ass gore in it, man. It's like if you got to be ready for that shit. You got to be into some sick shit. that shit is just horrifying, dude. Like
that's another one that had a lot of sequels to it too.
Yeah, which I didn't watch because I never heard anything good about them. So I was like, I'm not even gonna waste my time because this shit looks bad. The trailers look bad, and it seems like the quality just dipped in quality, especially after the third one. Because I heard the third one's all right, but after the third one,
it seems like every movie after the third one starts to fall off. Right?
It's like Jason movies, bro.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. Although Part 4 was pretty cool.
I think Nightmare on Elm Street, especially with the new Nightmare, ended pretty cool. Like, because they brought back Wes Craven to direct the seventh one, even though it's not considered canon, because it's its own thing. But I think that one was cool, and then they brought him back for Freddy vs. Jason, which is also cool.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that one, but in my opinion, I thought that one was cool. It brought back a lot of that old school gory death kills.
Well, Freddy vs. Jason?
Yeah.
I thought it was fun, man. Like, it's. I mean, I see people's issues with it, even I had a few issues with it, but I still think for what it is, it's a fun movie, and it's something that was like it was in the works throughout the entire 90s. Like, motherfuckers were writing screen strips and shit, like a gang of revisions. Like, everybody wrote a fucking draft for that shit. And, it was crazy that it even got made, man. You know what I mean? But
my favorite part of that movie is when the dude is in the bed and then Jason comes and he flips it.
That was a good kill, man.
And they have that at the Universal Studios.
Yeah, they do.
At what is it? The Haunted
Halloween Horror Nights. I've been to that one, man, where they had that shit, dude. That was like my first movie, Freddy and Jason movie that I seen at the theaters too, man.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the SIP in Biloxi back home, and this chick, I had met this Mexican chick. She was from Cali though, and she was from LA, and so it was like the first time I chilled with her, whatever. We went and seen that shit though. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope, man. Like, it was a cool experience, man.
Yeah, that was
Freddy
a cool
smoking
movie.
a blunt, or what he not hit a bong? He was like a caterpillar. That's crazy,
right.
Dog.
Yeah, with the other guy that reminded me of
Jason Miller. He looked like us.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, but he was fake as fuck. It was a knockoff version and shit.
Yeah. But it worked for the movie.
I got in an argument about that shit because my homie was like, "No, that's him." I was like, "That's not him."
Oh, you really
like,
thought that was him?
Yeah, I was like, "That's not him, dog." But it wasn't. Like, they actually brought it up in the documentary about that shit, which is funny as fuck. Like, they brought on Jason Mewes.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I remember that." He was like, "Oh, nah, I wasn't in that fucking movie." And then he storms out. It was funny as fuck.
That's hilarious.
Like, even the cast was like, "What the fuck?" It's like a fake ass Jason Mewes.
Yeah,
They even talk shit. I was like, "Wow, that's funny though."
But yeah, overall, I thought it was a good movie.
It was fun, man. It was like some Evil Dead type fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Horror comedy type shit.
So what's up, man? You working on any new project right now, like a art project?
I'm always working on several projects, man. Like, I'm doing a Wolverine piece. I'm doing some other things that I got planned. I did a Nightmare on Holly Street, which is it's supposed to be for a mixtape cover for my homie Richie Gaddy.
I saw that. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, shout out to Richie Gaddy. He gave me the idea, man. He's thinking about putting out another mixtape or album out, I should say. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he does, and that's going to be the promo. And so, I made it like a Nightmare on Elm Street. You know,
he's got the hood. He's got the sweater on, right?
Yeah,
the red and green sweater. Yeah,
it's like the hood version of Freddy. You know what I mean? And, but it was cool, man. It was well received, man. A lot of people liked it. So
cool, man.
Yeah, man. We doing a lot of projects, man. Even though this COVID is fucking shit up, you know.
I think it's the best time to work on projects right now.
Yeah, especially if you're a creative person. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do? You can't go out much. I mean, you can, but there's really not much you can do. Not compared to the old days.
To use, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you're trying to stay safe, you might as well do something. Pick up a pen.
Read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch. Step up your vocab. Oh, my bad. that Bun B quote from Big Pimpin', man. You know, I have to tell people that, you know what I'm saying? Get you a rap for the dead, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Read a book. You illiterate son of a bitch. You step up your vocab, man. That's some good advice. Shout outs to Bun B. But yeah, man.
What song is that?
Big Pimpin'.
Jay-Z
shit.
Right, that's right. I remember that song.
Huge hit. Man.
Yeah. I used to bump that
back
song.
in high school.
Yeah.
Now people know how old we are.
That was a good song.
Good times, though. Great time in hip-hop.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing, too. I'm working on...
I seen that. Like, you posted a little picture on your news feed, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking about writing something. Well, here's the thing. I had the idea for writing a werewolf story. And this was the idea. The werewolf story is based on a true story.
Oh, shit.
I said that correctly. The werewolf story is based on a true story.
I thought werewolves fake.
Nah.
What the fuck you talking about?
So if I could compare it, it's to the same thing as the Salem witch trials.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's the same thing, yeah, but just instead of witches, it's werewolves. So it's based on a true story. It's documented, and it happened in Germany back in the 1500s.
Everything happens in Germany, man.
Right?
What the fuck, Germany?
So my plan was to document my journey to Germany. I have a buddy out there. He lives in Germany, so I was going to kill two birds with one stone. I was going to go visit him, and then I was going to go visit that town of where the true story occurred. So I was going to document my journey. I was going to do some research, and I had this planned already at the beginning of the year. I was like, this is going to be my second book. It's going to be about a werewolf, and it's going to be based on a true story, and I'm going to do this research. I'm going to document it. I'm put it on my IG.
That sounds cool, man.
And then COVID hits.
God damn you, COVID.
So I can't travel, man. And I was really bummed out about that. I was like, damn, they just derailed my whole plan for this new story I wanted to develop.
You want some Bram Stoker shit, homie. You were like going to visit and shit.
Yeah, I was going to do the whole
man.
nines, bro.
That's dope, bro. You're a real author, man.
But, so plan B, and that's when I posed the question on Instagram. What would you rather read? Would you rather read a story about a serial killer or about a werewolf? And I think it was like 87% or 83% of the audience voted for serial killer. So I'm working on a story about a serial killer.
They love that.
Instead
they love
of a werewolf.
Yeah. Love them Hannibals.
So right now what I'm doing is I'm doing some research on serial killers, man. This shit'll rot your mind, bro.
I bet. I mean, I used to watch shows about it, serial killers all the time, bro. Like, I love movies about serial killers.
There's a Netflix show on there. I forgot the name of it, but it's
I think
about
I know what you're
serial
talking
killers.
about. The very, like, the making of a serial killer or some shit like that. Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like, when the FBI developed this, they coined the name serial killer. I think it happened in the 70s or 80s, something like that.
Son of Sam.
But, yeah, just doing the research on it, man. It's some wicked shit out there.
But, how about this, though? This is my 2 cents.
Go throw 'em.
You could flip that shit, though, right? Like, you could make it not a serial killer, but also maybe a serial killer that might think you a werewolf. You
well, here's the thing.
Like, you might be able to flip that shit.
Thanks for killing my secret, but...
Damn, I think too much. I need
much,
to stop
bro.
thinking.
But that's exactly what I'm doing.
That's weird, because when I seen you post, then you're like, I'm about to write about a serial killer. I'm like, you could flip it and mix the shit.
Yeah, well,
You know
this werewolf that lives in Germany, that's who I'm actually basing my story off. He was a serial killer.
What's the term for that? It's lycanthropy or lycanthropy? They call lycanthropy, I think, or some shit. It's a condition.
Yeah.
Mental condition.
You're right.
It's
a condition, and you think you're a werewolf, and you do all these killings, all these murders
there was a full
in the
moon
form
last
of
night,
a werewolf. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mean, might as well give it to the audience. But I am basing it on the same character, the same dude from Germany. I mean, after all, he was a serial killer. But the thing is that in Germany, and it's documented, people said that they saw him turn back into his human form.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what makes it so creepy.
Some skinwalker type shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's what I'm doing my new story on.
Werewolves are scary, though, man. When you think about it, I've always thought they look scary, man. Like, it's good horror, man. Like
it is good
Bullet,
horror. Yeah.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
That was a good movie, man.
I like that one. I also like The American Werewolf in London. That was a classic, bro.
The transformation scene.
Oh, it's a great scene, the transformation.
It's so real, man. It's Tom Savini. Or no, was it? No, that wasn't Tom Savini. That was the other guy. Rick Baker. Rick Baker did the effects. He did the effects for Thriller 2, Michael Jackson.
Classic music video right
Rick
there.
Baker and Tom Savini. Those are the two, like, biggest.
The well-known dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rick Baker stopped doing it. I think he retired already, though.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
I mean, these movies are old.
Yeah.
There's a pub that it's a really cool looking pub at the beginning of the movie. I forgot what it's called. Oh, the Slaughter Lamb.
Oh shit! Yeah. That movie has some cool like comedy in it too, man. Even though it's a horror.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it, man. Damn, did you ever see the sequel though, American Werewolf in Paris?
I did. I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't like the CG.
You didn't like it,
man?
Oh yeah, the
CG.
CG. Yeah,
that's what killed it.
That's what.
I was like, and that was back in late '90s, so it wasn't even good CG at all.
I don't mind a little CG, but I prefer the old school ways.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't go with that. Man. It's like,
with the puppets and the robots.
Damn you, CG! Nah, it's good when it's done right, man. But I do like it the old school for damn sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want fake CG blood and bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, man, that's my new story.
It sounds cool, bro.
I'm gonna start working on that. That's what I'm working on every day, chipping at it a little bit. But what I want to do, what I'm having a hard trouble time doing, and I think a lot of writers or anybody that's an artist has a hard time doing, is just getting started. For me, for example, right now, what I want to do is I want to get like an explosive page, like a suspenseful page that I can build off of, and I want to I just want to get a suspenseful page where I can build off of and create this storyline and just keep it going. But that's where I'm having the hardest time of trying to create this story, this suspense. And I think Alfred Hitchcock talks about this.
The king of suspense.
The king of suspense, yeah. He said, he puts it this way. He said, imagine two people at a table, right?
Right.
And then an explosion goes off. That's a surprise.
Yeah.
But now imagine the same scene, two people at a table, and you let the audience know that there's a bomb underneath.
But
and then you get a close-up of the timer ticking down. Mm-hmm. So that makes it suspenseful.
Right.
And I think Quentin Tarantino does a really good job of this.
He's definitely good at creating suspense.
And he especially does it in the beginning of the Inglourious Basterds. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, Inglourious Basterds has some great suspenseful scenes.
The opening scene itself, it has the Jew hunter coming in, interviewing the French guy, asking about this Jewish family, where they're at. And then we get a shot of the actual people underneath the floorboards. So that there is the bomb. So the audience knows it's about to go off. Right. And that makes it suspenseful.
Because you know, right, yeah.
You know that something's going to happen. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find my bomb. Mm. And that's what I'm having trouble right now, trying to find that bomb.
I might put you on the FBI list.
Not that kind of bomb, you know?
Nah, I hear you. Yeah, man. That's
Figuratively speaking.
I'm
trying to find my bomb. But I just got to chip at it. And I'm going to take my own advice. Just write. Because if you write, like say, I don't know, just keep writing. Even if you have a shitty paragraph, at least one line is going to be good. And you're going to be able to build off of that. So I'm just going to take my own advice. I'm just going to keep writing. It doesn't matter how sucky it is. I might edit or I might delete the whole page. But at least one sentence will come off of that. That'll be really good. And I can build off of that. So I'm just going to take my own advice and just do that. And just keep writing.
Yeah. Have you been are you still working like full-time hours now?
Yeah, I'm still working full-time. I still have my 9 to 5.
Gotcha.
And I'm usually done by 5. The good thing is I don't have to drive because I can work from home.
Nice.
So after work, I just, make dinner, work out, and then I get to write. But, and today I was going to do a little writing too. Then I came here, so I figured I'm just going to do this podcast and then go home and do a little writing when I get home. But I can't promise when I'm going to release this new story. It's going to be a long... Because my first story was 4 years.
Yeah.
It took about 4 years to write. It was one of those, on and off type of things. But with this one, I think I'm going to go straight at it. But I don't know when I'm going to be finished with it, honestly. But that's what I'm working on right now, guys. It's a new story. I have a name for it, too. I don't know if I'll change it. But I'll give the name of it. It's called The Reincarnation of the Bedburg Serial Killer.
That's a long-ass name. But nah, it sounds cool though, man. Like the whole concept, man. I think that shit could work, bro. Especially like I said, if you flip it and then you're already connecting this shit to some real life shit.
Yeah.
It has a lot of potential for some cool shit. Like you said, if you find that quote unquote bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we'll definitely see how that can play out, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. And shout out to my boy Sam Yu, who lives out in Germany. I was gonna go visit him. I haven't seen that dude.
Shout out to Samuel. What up, Samuel?
I haven't seen that dude in about a year already.
That's cool, man.
Next time I'll see you out there, brother.
Yeah. Now see me, I'm thinking about doing some writing too on some serial killer shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not as cerebral. Nah, I got a dumbass idea for it, but it's not even really that original of an idea. But I was talking to you about it a few months ago because I was just doing some sketching. I always thought the Jack in the Box, the mascot.
Oh, that's right.
Don't you think he's like creepy? Like I'm gonna do a sketch, man, where I draw it out. I already have some of it. And I'm just
showed me like a rough draft of it, him holding a knife or something.
Holding a knife, yeah.
It was pretty good.
I think that would be creepy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a creepy fuck. But my whole thing was, you know what I'm saying? I've never worked fast food. I've worked in restaurants and shit though, and I know how bad motherfucking clients and shit can be, or customers or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe the serial killer is just a dude that got fed up with fucking asshole customers, talking shit to him. Maybe he works at Popeyes, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I'll probably have to make up my own
Shout
mascot.
out Popeyes.
Man, I haven't went since COVID, but...
I saw a commercial today. Man. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I saw a commercial today of this new chicken I gotta try. It's called Honey Hot Chicken.
Damn!
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that shit out for real. Yeah. Hopefully you won't have to wait long-ass lines, though, right?
A word from our sponsor.
Yeah, but basically that's kind of a basic... Maybe I'm thinking about turning it into a short movie.
Or even a short comic.
Or short. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely going to do the comic to it. That way I'll have, because if I do the movie, I'm going to want something to work off of, visually. So I want to do that.
And if you want to get it published, I know of a publisher,
I think I know a person, too. I mean, a company, a dark company.
Yeah,
actually, that'll do it.
Yeah, so there you go.
But
I think you're straight.
We probably going to do that, man. Like, I've been brainstorming shit in my head.
Yeah.
But it would be cool if I could do the short film to it, too, as well, man. Like, I could get my homie... Austin, shout outs to Austin out there, you know what I'm saying? I know he may or may not be listening, but that's my homie and shit.
He does like short films or something?
No, but he was a scare actor.
Okay,
so there is a connection. So yeah, I was gonna cast him as maybe the fucked up
as
mascot.
Jack?
As Jack, but I can't do Jack because copyrights and shit. We'll have to make something similar. And you know what I'm saying? Like he would be because he's perfect for it. He has plenty of experience and all that shit. So you know what I'm saying? He's a funny dude, and you know what's funny, man? He's like a skeptic type dude, right? Like he don't believe in ghosts. He don't believe in shit. I've went to the Whaley house with him, which is supposed to be the most haunted house in America. We went there. It's in San Diego.
House.
Yeah, the Whaley house.
What happened to Whaley house?
Nothing.
No, I mean like what's the story behind it?
My bad. Yeah, the story is basically a lot of deaths happened in there. There was some hangings. There was some suicides. Kids dying.
Yeah.
The family. It had a lot of unfortunate events for the Whaley family that was there. And so that's why it's a thing. And
was it the father that was doing the killings?
I don't remember. No, it used to be a courthouse or something. So that's why he had hangings there back in like the 1800s or late 1800s. And then, but some other tragic events happened in the house.
Okay,
or whatever.
I got you.
And so when you go to it, there's like a tour guide and shit, and everything is like it looks old as fuck. They kept it like that. It's like going to a museum, to be honest.
Oh, that's cool.
And we went there at night and shit, but we didn't. I'm honestly, I didn't.
You didn't see anything?
Creeped out. I didn't. Nothing. Austin claims he felt a hand.
It wasn't yours?
Nah, fuck no. Dude, I went into a room by myself, dog, trying to film some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's how ballsy I got. I was like, I was in there. I was supposed to be with the group.
Who's here?
Like, I got away from him and shit. Like, I tiptoed on.
You tiptoed on out of there like a ninja?
Yeah, I was on my Scooby-Doo shit, right? And so I was filming myself, and I guess it would be creepier if I was completely by myself because it creaks and shit when you walk in there and shit.
Yeah.
But no ghosts. So Austin was talking shit. It's like, man, ain't no fucking ghosts, blah, 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 blah. I was like, whatever, you're a skeptic. Fuck you. Ghosts are going to haunt you. Fast forward a few years after that. That was in 2016. Fast forward to now. He was in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Don't know what. I have no idea what because he didn't tell me. He was just like, yo. He texted me all scared and shit. Like, I'm fucking scared. I'm shook. Man, I don't fucking believe this shit, dude. I don't know what to do. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, where you at? And he was like, I'm in Arizona. I was like, what? And then he didn't text me back. I was like, what the fuck?
That's strange.
So he was like, yeah, man, I'm going through some... Listen, I'm like... He's telling me this ghost shit. I was like, what the fuck? And so, like, he was spooked the fuck out.
Really?
Dude. Like,
You've never seen this dude like that?
Never. Like, he's never... Well, not in context of ghosts.
Well, right.
You know what I'm saying? But I have seen him scared, because we've actually been in some scary situations, which is what I was going to lead to next. And though, anyway, so... He might be a believer now, you know what I mean? Because what he's telling me, he's saying
in Arizona?
Like the door unlocked by itself, according to him. At some random hotel. He said he was in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea what he was doing out there. I think he's supposed to go camping. I don't know. Like, we got to get him on the show. Austin, if you hear me, you got to get out here. And
you got to tell that story,
You got to, man. You got to tell it, man. But I'm going to tell you this other story.
Like Charlie Murphy. Like Charlie Murphy telling one of his stories.
Austin, true stories.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you one right now where I was in it with him. So we used to go out, venture out, way the fuck out in Ventura County, which is like about way the fuck out there, like going towards Santa Barbara.
I've been there.
There's a lake called Lake Casitas out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we used to go around there just fucking like, I was on my like sightseeing shit, new to California or whatever, you know what I mean? So I wanted to see what rural California was like. So we went out there. And so this one time, though, we found this creepy-ass, deserted, like, camp. But it was like it was like an auditorium, but it was like outside, right?
Okay.
And so I have pictures too. And it was like there was all this weird ass graffiti. It looks creepy as fuck. There's all this scary ass graffiti. There's like bars on the windows, dark as fuck. Like it just looks so scary. And I'm gonna have to post those pictures because it's crazy. And we went out there and we just discovered it because it was kind of like a, what do you call that shit? Like a camp. Like, not a camp, but what do you call that shit? Like, where you could go public, national park type thing. Like it was open to it was open to the public, so we could go there. We weren't trespassing.
All right.
You know what I mean? So I filmed it. It was during the day. We filmed it. nothing creepy happened then. But
not until nighttime.
No, yeah, because we went to Santa Barbara. We just went out there to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Because Santa Barbara's a nice place. A lot of honeys out there. You know, so it was worth going.
Right.
On our way back, I'm like, it'd be scary. Go film that shit at night. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm trying to be my little
okay, Shaggy.
Basically. So we go back, and man, like the scariest shit happened. And this happened. Actually, no, my bad. I'm getting the sequence of what happened. Before we went to Santa Barbara, it was kind of dark, right? So we went to this place. We had already been there, so I knew it was there. So we went back. I wanted to check it out again and film some shit in the dark. We were there, and since we didn't even get to go to the actual auditorium place, we were about to hit the trail, and fucking this truck comes out of nowhere with the lights on us, so I can't see the truck. Okay. And Austin's like, "What the fuck?" Right? And I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck?" So I was just like, "We'll just play it off. It just look like we're reading the map or something. We'll go afterwards." We didn't have no kind of weapons on us at the moment. With no knives, nothing. It was just we were just out there.
Yeah.
To make this even weirder, this particular spot's a dead zone for fucking phones and shit.
Oh, like, just like in the movies?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was like a fucking horror movie, bro.
Damn.
It was that scary. But at this moment, I'm not scared. I'm like, whatever. It's just probably like the neighbors just seeing what the fuck's going on or whatever. Because it's, I'm a rural place. Maybe he's just seeing what the fuck we're doing out there. We probably look sketchy. So I was like, whatever. And then, but he just stayed there. I was like, what the fuck? And so it felt like he was trying to block us in there because my car was kind of in the thing. Parked inside there, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going to move this shit. I'm just going to leave because this shit's getting weird. And so we left. And then Austin was like, I told you that there was a red car parked on by the thing. And you were like, because I dismissed it. I was like, it's probably just somebody parked there. Yeah. So it was that red car and then a truck. Like, it was almost like they were trying to box us in there or whatever. It was weird. So we left to Santa Barbara. On our way back, it was late. It was like probably 1 a.m., 2 a.m. We wanted to see if maybe those cars were still there. We were that creeped out by the shit. So we were on our Scooby-Doo shit. And so we went, and we go by the place, right? And I don't see shit. I don't even see the truck. I'm like, all right, the truck's not there. So I keep going down the road. Right when I turn around, we turn around in like this little area where, you can move the car or whatever so to make the U-turn. There was a truck. That same fucking truck was just parked in the woods, just stalkery, just chilling.
That's strange.
And it was like all like my headlights caught it, and it was just parked. Like, it was weird. It was creepy as fuck. So that gave me chills, right? Then that red car comes behind us, dog.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, out of nowhere. And I was like, oh shit. So I got a car behind me, and then I was like, man, fuck it, we're just gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? So I kept going. This motherfucker does a U-turn behind me. So he was following the whole reason. But what's weird is I don't know how the fuck they would know we were even out there. That we came back.
That's strange.
How the fuck would they know? Where did that red car come from? Why was that truck laying there? Because I'm telling you, this is rural as fuck. There is some houses and shit around, but for it to be in the way it was just super weird, man. It was creepy.
That's creepy.
I told Austin, we could have been murdered and nobody would have known because there was a dead zone. You know what I mean? It was so weird, bro. I was like, I haven't went back since. Cause I'm telling you have to go out of your way to get there, man. It's like somebody could kill you and lay you on the side of the road. Nobody would know.
Nobody would know.
You know what I mean?
It's like that movie. What is it called? Single Turn or U-Turn or something like that.
I haven't seen it. Man.
It's like these weird looking hillbillies with disfigured faces.
It might as well have been, dude. I'm telling you, it was like the Hill Have Eyes. I was like, this is fucking giving me the scariest vibes ever, man. I was like, scared straight type shit. So I was like, well, maybe we should stop this Scooby-Doo shit.
that's creepy, bro.
Yeah, man. So
that's a creepy story.
It was crazy, man. Like I said, I wish Austin was here to tell it with us. He was supposed to come through, but he don't ever come through the podcast. But I'm just gonna keep talking shit about him.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He's gonna be like, you know what? I'm come here to defend myself.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Psychological, man. You got to, man. But that's my creepy real life story, man.
Well,
shout outs to Ventura County. Speaking of shout outs.
Yeah, speaking of shout outs, let's go into I had some people that want to shout out their book. The
shout out segment of our show.
Shout out segment. So we're going to start off with Catherine McCarthy. She has a new book out. It's called
What up, Catherine?
Door. It's called Door and Other Twisted Tales Trailer. I'm sorry, not trailer, but trailer. Door and Other Twisted Tales.
Tales, okay.
It was published on August 9th, 2019. And let me tell you a little about it. Door and Other Twisted Tales. Then 10 themed portal stories set over a variety of times in a variety of places, but which all speak of supernatural repercussions for man's greed and ill-doing. So if you want to check it out, she has a trailer on this. You can just go on YouTube. It's called Door and Other Twisted Tales Trailer, and this is by Catherine McCarthy.
Shout outs to Catherine, everybody. Any other authors that might want to shout out?
Yep, we have Brian J. Smith.
Brian J. Smith.
He's got a book called Dark Avenues.
Dark Avenues, people.
And I'll give I'll give you a description about it.
That's a good title.
Let's see. A haunted house, born evil.
Ooh.
A book whose pages are written in the blood of its victims.
Damn.
A family curse that never stays buried. A grieving widow's hobby plunges him into a supernatural mystery.
Wow.
A married couple retreat to a nostalgic corner of a dead and empty world. A group of co-workers who cope with the zombie apocalypse in the comforts of their own workplace. These tales and more are presented here for the first time. A fusion of horror and spine-tingling terror.
Spine-tingling.
Very
it sounds good, though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
These are stories
I'm gonna check that shit out.
your parents warned you about. Your innermost nightmares are unraveled in this debut collection. As the author states in the introduction, and I say this in quotes, and if you should feel something cold along the back of your neck, don't be afraid to look over your shoulder. Or should you?
Should you?
Don't say we didn't warn you. So this story again is by Brian J. Smith. It's called Dark Avenues.
Great synopsis, Brian, bro. I like that, man.
We have another shout out here.
Shout outs.
This is actually a book series.
Oh.
The Game Master. And if you want to check them out, you can go onto their Instagram page. Just type in The Zombie Game. That's all spelled together. The Zombie Game on Instagram if you want more information.
Zombie Game.
College students attend an end-of-year party only to find themselves hunted by the rich in a live-action zombie apocalypse video game.
Damn.
Sounds pretty good.
I'd play that shit.
Yeah, I'd play it too. And lastly, we have Roberta B. Mahoney.
Roberta, is that with an A?
Yeah, with an A at the end.
I didn't know that was Roberta.
Roberta B. Mahoney. She has a book out right now. Israfel is a demon, one assignment short of graduation. Possession of an innocent soul. Vafara is a blind composer ripe for the taking in a cabin, miles from civilization. Is one soul worth starting an angels and demons war? Ooh,
I like that.
Good.
Like I like when they make movies or horror stories based on like Christian stuff. You know what I mean? Like with angels.
Because it kind of makes it real, right?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool mythology.
Yeah.
You believe or don't believe it. Like it still makes like those old school movies, The Prophecy. You know what I mean? Like with what's his name in it? Man, those were good movies. Man, he played the angel Gabriel.
The Prophecy.
Christopher Walken. He was.
I didn't see that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Man. It's B level though. Don't think it's like it ain't no highbrow horror.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll be honest, the editing is shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it has some cool shit.
And the actor's really good.
Yeah,
too.
and it has a really good version of the devil. Like I'm not talking about like he's good. I'm just talking about like the actor.
Yeah, does a good job.
Yeah, he's the dude from Lord of the Rings. I forgot it's the white dude. I forgot his name, but he does a good job as
Gandalf.
Nah, it's one of the younger dudes with he has like long hair and shit.
Okay.
But he does a great job in it.
I'm sorry, guys, I forgot to mention the name of Roberta's book. It's called Blind Sympathy.
Blind Sympathy.
So if you want to check it out, you can check it out.
Sympathy.
Blind Sympathy by Roberta Bombanato.
Shout outs to Roberta. That's what's happening.
You got any shout outs?
I think I got two of them for some artists that I know. Shout outs to my boy Taz Artist on his Instagram. That's what he goes by. His real name's Terrence. It's if you look for his art, it's on his Instagram. Just go Taz Taz Artist, and he's on IG, and I'm sure he's on some other sites. But he does some cool like if you're into like more Japanese style, anime style drawings, manga, he does that. So he does like versions of X-Men and stuff like that, Ninja Turtles. Cool artist, cool dude. Shout outs to him. Real original kind of artist. Another shout out goes to the homegirl. I'm sure you know her, Chanel Zapata. She's a graphic designer. I'm trying to find her actual design page.
Does she do like what kind of graphic, like for books?
Yeah, she does logos. She does all kind of things. Like she does like T-shirt designs. Like she's a good designer. Like like even though I consider myself an artist and to an extent a designer, I'm more of an artist. She's more, I think, leans towards the graphic design element of it. Man, she's able to do logos. She's able to do like calligraphy type things.
Drop that IG, man. Did you find it?
I'm trying to find her actual like because she has two what do you call it, two accounts.
Yeah,
one's her personal,
right.
I'm trying to find her design page.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm having a hard time finding her, but it's ZD something. I gotta find this shit. But she's cool, man. She's a cool chick, man. Like I was actually gonna try to get her to do one of our logos actually a while back, and it's her page on Instagram is at ZD Studios on Instagram. She does great work, man. She's always putting out the work. She got some cool stuff on TeePublic as well. I even copped a tee from her, man. It's like a skull. It's called Sniper.
Yeah. It
looks dope as fuck, man. I gotta cop this shit. I love skulls and skull designs. So yeah, those are my two shout outs for the day. And this has been a pretty long podcast for the day, you know what I'm saying? We actually put in some work today, you know what I mean? So it came out cooler than I thought it would, you know what I'm saying?
I want to thank everybody for sending your DMs with all the information about your books, and I really appreciate that. And we're going to do this again. I think a lot of people deserve to know their work.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we have, like I said before, even if we have a little bit of listeners, I think a few listeners is better than zero listeners.
Exactly. Shout out to everybody, man.
So if you want to get your book out there, whatever you're working on, even if it's art, books, whatever it is, just send us a DM, and on our next podcast, we'll give the information here on our next podcast. So thanks everybody for sending that information. Really appreciate it.
Thanks. Shout out to everybody listening to us, all of us, the friends, and even people we don't know, everybody. We really appreciate y'all, and hopefully we could keep doing this. We're going to try more things, videos, short videos, like everything. So we got a lot planned. You know, we're creative people, right? We consider ourselves somewhat creative, you know what I mean? So we do have plans, you know what I mean? So stay tuned. It might take a little bit just because it's COVID bullshit. Hopefully we don't catch it and die, but you know what I'm saying? But we still here, and we're going to put this shit out as long as we're still alive, you know what I mean?
That's right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You guys have a great one.
All right. Peace.